What is sketchnoting? It's drawing, illustration, communication, and capturing ideas and research through visual note-taking. I'm going to show you a few more examples in this short animated section. Sketchnoting is a process where you try and draw what is being said, and you probably draw who is saying it. There's a picture of me talking to you now. You try and visualise the key points. By drawing, use your sketchbook. You might want to use a digital drawing tablet, or you could just use a large sheet of paper. It takes a bit of practice to get used to it and for you to build up your confidence, so don't be too fussy. And it's certainly okay to make a few mistakes on the way. You can make sketch notes about all kinds of things. Things you read, things that you're researching, podcasts or YouTube films you've watched, or actually things that you're thinking about in terms of your project development. I'm now going to show you some examples of what they can look like. But of course, you can do this however you want. Here's an example of a professional sketchnoter at work, Sam Brad, who works for the company Drawing Change. Quite often they're commissioned to work at scientific conferences to try and record the information of the speakers. You can see in this example, Anja Beckman is talking about social media and collective behaviour. So as she's discussing her research, the sketchnoter has tried to draw key points. It's important to notice that Sam Brad has not tried to capture everything that everybody is saying. That would be pretty impossible. He's really looking to try and capture key points and key statements. The next example is from Canadian teacher Sylvia Duckworth. She writes a lot about sketchnoting, and this is her sketchnote drawing of 5 tips for live sketchnoting. You can see that she's used a lot of graphic devices such as dotted lines, pointing hands, containers and dividers and icons to try and make it easier for the viewer to follow the flow of the key points. And as you can see in her illustration, she's trying to talk you through a process and a story so that you can actually follow what she's trying to get at. The next example is from a New Zealand student, Michelle Park, looking to learn sketchnoting. This is some work that she did on a short course run by Eva Lotta Lamb, who's well known in this area. You can see she's drawn in a sketchbook with biros and felt pens, and at the moment she's still struggling to get the information nice and clear for us as a viewer to read, although it's a beautiful illustration. When reviewing her work, one of the suggestions was to start in the centre of the sketchbook and then work your way outwards rather than feeling like you've got to go in a linear direction. So why is sketchnoting so useful in the development of your projects? The act of visualising tricky concepts can really help you grasp them securely. Visual facts, when illustrated, manage to stick in your memory much better, and pictures can communicate to other people much more easily. It really helps you identify what is important in your research and what is important in your development. So maybe have a go on your next project at trying to visualise the information that you're reading, looking at, exploring and researching.